This project reflects on human connections to nature and the relationship to outdoor spaces. People are seen cutting through the landscape in ways at odds with the spaces they inhabit. As these figures move, harmony is replaced by a sense of disconnect, and individuals appear strangely out of place.
Rituals is a derivative from a personal experience and a deep rooted connection to the sea. From morning swimmers to evening dippers, this work records a unique ceremony. In this work, a community of swimmers are bound together in mutual agreement of the sea as a powerful catalyst for healing and restoration.
This body of work seeks to represent the isolation and loneliness I felt throughout the COVID lockdown restrictions. Whilst walking around my local area, I was questioning my surroundings and my own human experience. Reconnecting with nature helped to increase my self-esteem and provided me with much needed optimism in this current challenging times.
I've always been attracted to sensitive and vulnerable men, not the rugged and macho type. I wanted to portray the gentle side of men and enable the viewers to recognise the vulnerability of the men in their own lives. As I finalised this project, cherry blossoms were beginning to bloom, and they reminded me of the delicate, fleeting beauty of these men.
The starting point of the series was based on my journey from São Paulo, Brazil to Dublin, Ireland. As the project evolved, it has become less about myself and more about the experience of being an outsider.
There's a mysterious coastal site named Ardladran in Wexford. According to Irish mythology, it is where Ladra, the first dead man to be buried under Irish soil, lies. This is a universal story which questions mortality and the mystery a landscape can retain. Working intuitively, I sought to unearth the deeper existence and soul of this land, its people past and present.
My name is Madison Donahue, and my photography project is titled Rewilding Feminine. My project is about the wild woman archetype and women's soul connection to nature. I explored these concepts through the use of landscape and performative photography.
The immense physical, not to mention mental benefits of playing any sport from early childhood is well documented. The abrupt end to all sporting activity since March 2020 has been damaging for so many of those involved in the GAA setup. This work looks at the challenges faced by Jack Cullinan and tries to capture how overwhelming it's been for him and his teammates.
My project, Me Jewel and Darling Dublin, is based on observations I make during my daily experience of travelling around Dublin. I see artistic beauty in the everyday things that are regularly missed. I want to show the convergence between the old and the new and how nature can survive in neglected buildings, creating something new and beautiful.
I began shooting this body of work as a way to examine the feelings of unease I have towards my childhood home, a place I have been raised for the majority of my life. In recent years, everything here feels much smaller, and familiar spaces no longer exhibit the same kind of home comforts from earlier years.
I wanted to unlearn deeply embedded ideologies planted at such an early developmental stage in my life. The photographs function as a vehicle for me to explore these ideas of internalized homophobia on a personal, yet universal level. Photography was the chosen medium of communication, as I found this sense of shame difficult to articulate.
In Vietnamese, the word duyên is used casually in everyday conversation as an affirmation or compliment. Its true authentic meaning is often overlooked, but literally translated it means tied by fate. When I think of my journey that led me to making this work, a lesson or appreciation of my own heritage, I am reminded simply of the word duyên.